Hello book nerds, welcome to Bookshelf Bunny. I'm Kim and this is August's TBR. Hey guys! So just a real quick video. I am currently in the middle of the I Love Lucy readathon and I want to finish reading my book selected for that. But I do need to take a moment to share with you August's TBR. So I think I was hopeful that I could pick up my TBR game again, but I think I'm going to kibosh that for the rest of the year, because I've been really into catching up on my previous reads and doing some mood reading, and I've had a lot of library books that have been on hold suddenly come available that have demanded my attention, and so I think I'm going to set aside the TBR game. Perhaps we'll pick that up next year. I'm still gonna do the 12 by 12 challenge, and I'm caught up now on that, so that's good. The book for this month that I've chosen of the remaining 12 picks is Cell by Stephen King, so I'm going to be reading that one this month. I'm also going to be reading The Outsider by Stephen King. I have my pre-order for Holly, Stephen King's newest book, coming out in September, and I'm so excited for it. And I want to reread all of Holly Gibney's stories before I read Holly in September. So I had put on hold the Bill Hodges trilogy, the Mr. Mercedes books, and those all came conveniently available to me throughout July, and so I listened to those by audiobook, and now The Outsider is available to me through my library. That hold is now on my bookshelf, so I'm going to be reading that as well. And that should have me caught up in advance, or in preparation for Stephen King's Holly. So excited. I love Holly Gibney. She's amazing. Here's a random story about Holly. So I don't like driving. I'm very fearful of it, and I do it very, very little. I have no confidence. I'm mostly okay with driving around the town I live in because it's a fairly small place. It's not a lot of traffic, it's not super busy. I feel like I can handle that. But I don't drive in the winter. One of these days I'm probably going to have no choice. But until then, I don't drive in the winter because Saskatchewan winters are terrible, and I am terrified of putting myself on the road in that. So every year we renew the plates on my little car, and I practice driving throughout the summer and fall months. So my husband did that for me in July, and I was super rusty. I hadn't driven since like October of the previous year. And all this backstory to bring you back to Holly Gibney. In my mind, as I was preparing for my first drive of the season, I told myself that if Holly Gibney can drive, I can drive too. So if you're not familiar with Holly's character, she has a form of autism. She's on the spectrum, and she has a lot of tics and coping mechanisms and anxiety and social awkwardness, and I just love her to pieces. But she is a private eye for finders keepers, and she drives. So if she can drive, I can drive too. That's my story, my random aside. So that's kind of my plan for this month. There are several other books that I would like to read. I've been asked to do some reviews and provided some free copies from authors who would like me to read their books in exchange for an honest review. So I have those promised for this month. There's 3 of them that I want to do. 4? Might be more than that. And there's also a few books that I still want to finish catching up on, including The Lakeside Cemetery by Jessica Haas, and and over at Jess the Book Freak on BookTube, FYI. Go check her out, read her book, buy it, support her. So I want to read that too. I did beta read that book, so I have an idea of the story, but I've not read the finished product. So I've been anxious to do that, and I just haven't got there yet. I also want to read Vicious by V.E. Schwab, so that's on my list of hopeful books. And other than that, I feel like I am really just gonna be mood reading this month, largely. So if you have any suggestions for books that you think I'd be interested, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. All right, that's all I got for you. As always, happy reading.